two things I want to see this year from Alabama, and I think this will be key for a national title. It's not necessarily a good, it's not, oh, it better be good, it better be good. But consistency, as you know, has kind of hurt defense and the offensive line, especially. I think it hasn't been a lack of talent. And I don't know if I want to say necessarily a lack of coaching, but I think just being consistent every single game. I mean, you look back last year, the offensive line struggled against Florida, and they really didn't have a good defense. We can't really do that against teams this year like Vanderbilt or Auburn or really any team out there. You know, if we could just get the offensive line, I know we bring in Eric Wolford, I think, who was at Arkansas State. He comes in as the offensive line coach. We bring back Pete Golding. We bring back guys like Henry To'oTo'o on the defense and Will Anderson, Dallas Turner. The talent is there. I want to see consistency from it.
Christian, so Nick Saban took over in 07, got it rolling in 08, dominant run games,
Yep.
Obviously a slew of NFL backs, usually 4 of them at the same time on the roster. The offensive line has been the best, along with Wisconsin, I would say, in college football for the past 10 or 15 years since Saban. Was that the worst offensive line performance? I don't know that you could go, if we went game for game through Saban's entire tenure, that we would find a poor rushing game. I can't think of one. And we had, like you said, Florida, LSU, Auburn, and the second Georgia game.
No, I don't think you can necessarily go back his whole tenure and find that, because, I mean, it's been a dominant force even for the offensive line. So I don't know who took it with them when they left, but it just seemed like last year it seemed like Bryce was having moments, which Bryce handles pressure well too. I mean, you got to give him that. He's a good quarterback. But you can't have the quarterback running for his life the whole game.
No, you can't. He would be a guy that could handle it better than most, but still, no quarterback responds well to pressure. That's obvious.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to be curious about the offensive line because that was stunning to me. Like LSU, super talented on defense, but not a vintage LSU defense. Auburn, really good defensive front like they've had for the past 5 or 6 years. Probably won't have that this year. But just to watch that game, the Auburn game, 3 points up until the last drive of regulation, that's just unheard of. And still, Ballard came within 4 minutes of winning a national championship. Despite all these problems, they were that good. Missing Mechie and Williams in the championship game still came within 4 minutes of a national championship.
That's something too. And, you know, players can affect it. I didn't think to mention this until now, but I would hope to see not a whole lot of injuries like on the receiving corps. Really, you don't see any injuries at all, but I mean, losing some receivers. I think we did lose some guys on defense that kind of forced guys, even though we did well, it forced guys like Dallas Turner to step up as freshmen. Hopefully we can keep everybody healthy. Hopefully we can have consistency. And I really do think that this defense especially is what's going to carry the team to a national title. And it won't be what Georgia was, but I really think with Dallas Turner, with Will Anderson, Henry, with everybody on there, Jordan Battle leading the secondary, Malachi Moore, it's definitely what's going to shape the team. And if they can keep it together, keep it consistent, they can win some football games.
I think it's the best team in the country on paper. And I don't even hesitate in saying that. And I don't know if Georgia's going to be better or Ohio State, but I have more confidence in Georgia just because Ohio State's got to fix so much on defense. But I think Ohio State has a higher ceiling than Georgia, but I'm more confident and more secure in Georgia being a lead and being right there as well.
Yeah, because even Georgia with senior-led line, they played a lot of freshmen. Well, I don't want to say a lot, but they played a lot of young guys that still made the defense what it was. So it's not like they've lost it altogether. So they should still be a top 5, maybe even top 3 defense in the country.